Liverpool can't be stopped. Everyone said they've played no one. Everyone said there's a tough run in games. We're really going to see what Liverpool are going to be like. They play Chelsea. They beat Chelsea. They go to the Emirates. They get a point. They beat Manchester United. They go out to Germany and beat Leipzig. They go out to Italy and beat AC Milan. They then beat Brighton home and away. They go 1-0 down. They bounce back. A winning mentality is at Liverpool right now. And everyone said there'll be a huge drop-off. There's no Jurgen Klopp. You can't replace him. Just to give some context, Liverpool are 2 points clear at top of the league, 7 points clear of their other title rivals, Arsenal, and they are 6 points clear of third place. Liverpool are in the League Cup quarterfinals, and they are second in the Champions League. Arne Slot so far has done a phenomenal job, and we need to talk about it. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel. We are under 500 subscribers away from the big 30,000. And genuinely, Liverpool right now cannot be stopped. They look so good. So good. In a day and a weekend where Arsenal is the early kickoff. Liverpool know that. Arsenal don't get the 3 points. They lose 1-0 at St. James's Park for the second year in a row. Manchester City go 1-0 down, then 2-0 down. Then they should have been 3-0 down against Bournemouth. Liverpool go 1-0 down at Anfield. And then all of a sudden, they respond. They're 1-0 down after 14 minutes. And then Liverpool lean again on one of the greatest players they've had in Premier League history, Mohamed Salah, who genuinely is absolutely phenomenal. One of the best Liverpool players, one of the best wide players. But it's just more than that. It's Gakpo, it's Nunez, it's Diaz, it's Salah, it's Jota, it's Gravenberch and McAllister. They are genuinely the team to beat right now. Are they title favourites? Potentially. But they've won 8 out of 10 games. They've won more games than anyone else in the league. They've won every single Champions League game. They won every single League Cup game, hence why they're in the quarterfinals. They've scored 19 goals. They've only conceded 6. They've got the best goal difference in the league. They've won 4 of the last 5 games. Arne Slot has won something like 12 of the first 14 games as Liverpool manager. They've already won 3 more games than Chelsea and Arsenal. You know, they are the team to beat. And I want to talk about this Brighton game, right? Because you're 1-0 down with about 25 minutes to play. And then Cody Gakpo is in really good form. He's got 4 goals in the League Cup. He scored 2 against Brighton in midweek. And then, bang, drags Liverpool back into the game. Van Dijk lays it off to the left, and he ends up putting the ball in the back of the net. And then that man again, it's absolutely world class. It is a disgusting finish. A disgusting finish from Mohamed Salah. And genuinely, I'm looking at their fixtures. I don't know when they're going to lose a game. I think they are favourites for every single game they play up until the new year. Now, of course, Liverpool, you'd expect, will have a bit of a slip-up. But just look at these fixtures. Leverkusen, they play at Anfield. Liverpool will win. Aston Villa at Anfield. Liverpool will win. Then we go into international break. First game back is against Southampton, who can't score in a brothel at the moment. They then play Real Madrid. Real Madrid that got absolutely dismantled the other night by Barcelona. I then honestly believe they beat Manchester City. This team So strong defensively. Has got goals coming out of its. I mean, look at the results. Everyone said you haven't beaten no one. They go to Selhurst Park, they win. They go to Germany, Leipzig, they win. They beat Brighton home and away in a matter of 3 or 4 days. They go to the Emirates, probably should have come back with 3 points. Arne Slot at the moment is managing games tactically brilliantly. Games aren't a basketball match. And I think the Brighton game midweek was the closest we've seen to a Jurgen Klopp style game in terms of, you know, being under siege a little bit, little bit of bozo gene at the end in the cup game. But the lineup of Liverpool, Nunes at the moment is playing up front. And of course, Jota wasn't available at the weekend. But in terms of this lineup, in terms of the midfield double pivot of Gravenberch and McAllister, I really, really like that midfield. Szoboszlai, for me, doesn't get enough goal returns. But when you got Salah, when you got Gakpo, defensively, they look better. And you can see that because Trent isn't going as forward as much. He's not getting as many goal contributions as last season. It's arguably the best centre-back pairing in Europe at the moment. Konate, of course. A few ITKs on Twitter have reported that the injury that he picked up is not as bad as worse feared. But for me, Liverpool right now can't be stopped. I don't know where they're going to lose a game. Of course, I am expecting them to eventually have a bit of a rut because you can't. I mean, if they ended up carrying on as they are, I mean, we could break all sorts of records. In the Champions League, they are second. In the league, they are top. This is a team that many people thought would struggle. They've conceded 1 goal in the Champions League. It's absolutely ridiculous. Scored 6, conceded 1. They're above City. They're above Arsenal. They're above Inter. They're above Leverkusen. And like I said, I think when they play City in a couple of weeks, I think it's the beginning of December after the international breaks, that's a huge, huge game. But I think Liverpool will go into that as favourites and they'll win it. City don't have a great record at Anfield. And Liverpool know how to get results, especially at home. I think we need to give Arne Slot a huge amount of credit. I really do. A huge amount of credit. He's, for me, been a breath of fresh air to Liverpool fans. They needed someone to come in and really, give a bit of life back into Liverpool. Losing Jurgen Klopp was a big hole kind of left in Liverpool's hearts. And Arne Slot has come in and won 12 or 14 games. The only defeat they've had all season, and we're in November now, is against Nottingham Forest, who, by the way, are having a very, very strong start to the season, who have only lost 1 game. They've gone to Stamford Bridge and got a point. They've gone to Anfield and got 3 points. They're having a very, very strong start. But just look at that right now. They're already 9 points above Tottenham, which is just an absolute gut punch for us. But look, I just wanted to express my thoughts and feelings. I think Liverpool, I don't necessarily know if they're title favourites at the moment, but if they carry on like this, they may well be. And if Arne Slot wins the Premier League title in his first season and dethrones Pep Guardiola, then boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. They've conceded 5 less goals than both City and Arsenal. We've got to start putting more respect in their name. We've got to start giving Arne Slot huge, huge props. Huge props to win 8 of your first 10 league games, to be in the quarterfinal, to won 3 in a row in the Champions League. I think we need to give him a hell of a lot more props. I really do. I'm surprised he hasn't won a Manager of the Month award yet. I'm surprised he isn't getting a lot more props in the media. And I look at these next 2 games before the international break. I think Liverpool win both of them. I think they beat Southampton. I think they beat, I mean, the next three after that, Real Madrid. Fortunately for Liverpool, it's at Anfield. Manchester City, fortunately for Liverpool, it's at Anfield. Out of these next 6 games, they got 4 games at home. Look, it's a bit of a tough run. You look after that, Merseyside derby, Girona away, Fulham, Southampton, Spurs, Leicester, West Ham, Man United. The fixtures are looking nice for them. A lot of their tough games, obviously St James's Park, 7:30 will be a very, very tough game. But I think they've got more than enough quality, more than enough players on good current form. Players like Curtis Jones who are coming off the bench and coming into the lineup. And really, really, really delivered. Really, really delivered. I'm not going to lie. I think Liverpool, if we get into January and they are in and around first, second, or third, and have a good window, and maybe go and buy Zubimendi, maybe go and buy another midfielder that could potentially fill in for Gravenberch if he gets an injury, or maybe bring in a number 10 who can provide a bit more goal contributions in terms of the goals and the assists. Why can't Liverpool win the league? Why can't Liverpool win the league? It's early days. There's a lot more twists and turns to come in this Premier League title race. But so far, Liverpool are doing all the right things. They're scoring plenty of goals. They're not letting any in, or a huge amount in. They've only conceded 7 goals in the league and the Champions League. So far, so good for them. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you have, that was a prediction the other day. Make sure you have subscribed, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. I am out.